Good afternoon, everyone. Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading with the nightly market update for Fed Day, Wednesday, December the 15th. And if you did not watch, this was when the Fed decision happened. And man, you just don't see this very often. So we got a momentary flush down, and then from there, we're straight up, and this was 100 points. Let's see here. Let me see if I can pull this up. Well, uh, 46.13. You see that? 46.13 to 47.13. So it's a solid 100-point move. One way in the last hour and a half of the day. That's crazy. You just don't see that very often. So basically, we were 30 points down, then we went 74 points up or something like that, roughly. So anyway, crazy move. The Fed is going to taper faster. They're acknowledging more inflation. It's not transitory. We all knew that, but the Fed apparently didn't. Um, so all in all, and I have not read the transcript. I just kind of caught the cliff notes, but it's not bullish, especially for like tech stocks and growthy names, But the market sure liked it, and a lot of that might be from the uncertainty of, okay, let's get this over. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting on the Fed. Look at that, all the way back up here, 47.13. 4712.87. So I mean, it's been there was a pretty good flush ahead of the Fed and a pretty good move up on the Fed, and maybe this is algos messing with us or whatever. But let's take this out and look at it on a yearly chart, and you can see that all we've done is we had this pretty sharp move back here right into the snow line, chop, and then back up here. And you see this level we continue to keep chopping at, and let me clear that off, but we've hit this level around 47.16 quite a few times, poked through it just momentarily there, and we come back up and test it again. And so I suspect that the next move is going to continue to take us up here to the tree line, and that 4800 right on the other side of that tree line there. If I can write 4800, that is my end of the year price target. I put on a 4800 butterfly this morning ahead of the Fed meeting. We were down here, and it's done really well. I've also got a 4900 butterfly just in case. Now, I don't know that we make it that far, but we certainly could, because right now, into the end of the year, December 31st, we have on the S&P, we've got a 137 point expected move. We're about 47.10 right now. That puts us about 48.50 right there. And with a little tailwind and a Santa rally, we could get to 4,900. The volume and open interest suggests 4,800, but it's going to be somewhere 48, 4,900 if we keep going up. Now we could, if you look back to 2018, we could have one of these, trail off into the end of the year kind of thing. I don't think that's likely. But you never know. This is a crazy market we've had. Sharp reversals in either direction. Really tough to trade. It's actually been pretty good for us in bias. We've been maneuvering this pretty well, and this year is pretty good actually. But this stuff that we're in right now. This stuff, straight down, straight up kind of stuff. That's kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to navigate. This stuff's pretty easy. This stuff, is just a stair step up, and every now and then we hit the elevator, and then you stair step up, but this is, elevator down, elevator up, elevator down, elevator up, elevator down, elevator up. That's tough. So we remain fairly light on trades. Everything I've got is bullish, or has been bullish at this point. Or range bound, kind of neutral to bullish, I suppose. from some of these trades like calendars and diagonals, things like that. But I'm not. I don't have on any bearish black swan kind of lower stuff, and I will be adding that stuff on probably as we get higher and higher. And if we do at that 4,900, that will probably get me interested in putting something, some protection on the downside just in case. But maybe we go out to February, March, April, May, something like that, and give it some time. It's just really, really, really tough to tell right now which way we're going to go and how to read this market. But I do think, we break out here. We got to take out that high. There will be some resistance above us on the way. But I do think we get up there to 4,800. I would plan on 4,800 for the end of the year, maybe 4,900 if we really get some wind behind our back kind of thing. Because again, this was 100 points in one day, and we're at 4,700, so that's 200 points up. We did 100 in one day, so we absolutely can still get up there. So I would not try to short this market. If you're going to do that, maybe on an intraday basis kind of scalping thing, yeah, I agree that because we're going back and forth. But the trend is higher, has turned higher, so don't fight it. We have triple witching on Friday, and and then we get into next week with Christmas holiday and all that kind of stuff. Might be a quieter week, I suppose, but we'll see. But as far as the rest of the market, the Nasdaq was up 361 points today. Same type move. The Dow Jones up maybe 384 or something like that, 383. And I'm watching a handful of names. It has been hard to find honey badger kind of names, that weren't just in a free fall down, and that's catching a falling knife and all that kind of stuff. But if you caught my weekly watch list last week, I mentioned a handful of names, and they were all bullish trades. And let's see, I'm looking at the list here: United Health, Lam Research, Walmart for a big turnaround, Toyota Motor TM, Tesla, that one kind of didn't work yet. CLF, that's kind of not working. Lulu, I still like it, but and then Generac GNRC, still like that. Nice turnaround today. It was up 15 points today. And Goldman Sachs, still like Goldman Sachs. So anyway, I remain light on number of positions. I'm trading the S&P a lot, and again targeting that 4,800 for the end of the year. And other than that, I'm really taking this thing day by day, and just trying to be as careful as I can as we go into the year. I've had a really good year. I don't want to blow it here in the last couple of weeks. I think I'm positioned correctly, and that's the way that I'm playing it. So I hope that helps. There's really not much to say other than Fed gave us a nice rip today. We're back up to a critical point here. If we fail from here, even if we fail from here, I think we come back down here, grab some support, and then ultimately come back up here. I think the more likely scenario is we work our way up here into the end of the year. So that is what I've got for you. I hope it helps. And if I don't talk to you before, have a Merry Christmas, and I will see you at the next update. Thanks.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me